What's good, everybody? This is your boy Mike D. I'm back in the building. Appreciate you watching the show. If you're a new viewer, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment on the content, and you're very welcome to share the content if you want. But thank you, everybody, for joining the show. Let's jump right into it. Yesterday, the Cowboys beat the Commanders 22-44. I think I picked that game for us to win back in season one when we did our predictions. So I expected for us to win that game. I know Washington had a few receivers out. No one is going to feel sorry for them. We've had receivers out. CD was out for 2 or 3 weeks on us, so nobody felt sorry for us. So you run what you brung. Cowboys beat the Commanders 22-44. Just want to talk about the offense for a little bit. Man, our offense is absolutely on fire. Dak Prescott, man, still playing like an MVP. Again, the Dak haters, not hearing a whole lot now. They're kind of quiet. They're kind of in the background, but man, Dak is actually playing the best football I've seen him play. In the season where he was second runner up in MVP, he's actually playing better than that year. So he's playing really well. The haters don't have a whole lot to say. Dak Prescott is doing his thing. So, and the offense overall, man, just, did you see right at the half, it was 45 seconds left on the clock and they went the length of the field in 35 seconds and scored a touchdown. I mean, that's absolute firepower with CD on one side, George Pickens on the other side. You got Ferguson out there. You got Turpin. That's a high-powered offense. You have to kind of pick your poison. And anything you choose is not going to be the right choice. I mean, they just have so much firepower on the offense. That's the reason why, in total offense, they're the number one offense in the league. Also, Javonte Williams, man, the guy runs hard. I love him. Not sure what Denver was thinking about when they let him go, but I'm glad we was able to pick him up. And Javonte Williams is having a great season with the Cowboys, which really helps our offense and Dak Prescott because you have to have a running game. You got a running game, and then that kind of opens up the passing game, which is happening with the Cowboys this season. So big shout out to Javonte Williams, man. He's doing this thing. The offense in general is actually, I mean, I don't know who could stop him. I mean, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to do anything like that. I mean, I always say our defense is the worst in the league. Our offense is the best in the league. You just have to put it out there. It is what it is. So I just want to talk about my boy Lattimore. Lattimore he's a good corner, man. He's been a good corner for a long time. I remember when he played with New Orleans, and I think he played with another team. But man, George Pickens absolutely cooked Lattimore yesterday. And then when he switched to CD cooked him. I mean, he was getting cooked all over the field. You could see he was frustrated. They was trying to entice George Pickens because George got that little fire in him. He'll get up swinging. So they tried to entice him to, make him mad, but that didn't happen. They just continued to cook Lattimore. So, I mean, it was a long day for the Commanders, but, and especially being blowed out like that. I mean, again, I don't care that they was missing players. I mean, Dak missed CD a couple of games, and then still to this day we don't have a whole offensive line back. And at one while we were missing 4 out of the 5 offensive linemen, and no one said anything about that. So not gonna cry about them missing any players. It's the NFL, next man up. They just got beat. I mean, I don't want to hear any excuses behind that. Also, the Dallas Cowboys right now in the last 2 minutes of the game. So when teams go into a 2-minute offense, on the last drive before the half or before the end of the game, the Cowboys are leading that stat. They're number one in the league with doing that, which speaks to, Tom Brady said it on the broadcast that, when he saw 45 seconds on the clock, especially with us having a kicker like we have, and we get to the logo, we're already in field goal range, but with 45 seconds with Dallas firepower, that was way too much time for Dak to get the ball back, and in 35 seconds they went down and scored. So big shout out to our offense, man. They're doing their thing. Just can't argue with what the offense is doing right now. Defense, on the other hand, defense actually, I know I'm firing them up every week, how they suck, but the defense actually played good, yesterday. And again, like I said, the defense don't have to be a great defense. They don't even have to be just a good defense. A middle of the road defense, or just even come out of the basement type defense. And with our offense being as powerful as it is, if they can make 2-3 stops a game, then Dallas should win the game, because we're going to put up 30 plus points a game with our offense. But they played well. So I don't have a whole lot to say about the defense. However, Trayvon Diggs, y'all see that he didn't play yesterday. Trayvon Diggs, and it's sketchy. A whole lot of information is not coming out on it. Trayvon Diggs, apparently, I think it was Friday, so it may have happened Thursday, but we got the report that Trayvon Diggs wasn't going to play Sunday in the game. He had an accident at his house, and he had a concussion. When Jerry and Steven or anybody is being asked about the details that surrounding that, they really don't comment on it. But here's the thing, and I said it since week 1, and y'all can go back and check my week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and then this podcast. I said it before. Mike Leslie, all the news stations, all the national sports stations. Trayvon Diggs does not want to be here anymore since Michael Parsons got traded. Trayvon Diggs don't want to play for the Dallas Cowboys. I've seen it myself. When he's on the field, I track him just to see how he's playing. Trayvon Diggs, the way he's playing, he's not as bad as he's playing. This stuff is intentional. I keep telling y'all, and I'm going to make this prediction. I think I said it in week 2 or week 3 that Michael Parsons got traded. So Trayvon is probably next on the list. And I believe Dallas is going to trade him. I really do, because he don't want to play. And it's evident now that he don't want to play with this concussion. How do you get a concussion at home? What are you doing? Backflips in the backyard? I don't know. Did something fall on your head? Then get a concussion on the field, got a concussion at home, called it in and say that he wasn't going to be available to play for Sunday. That's because he don't want to play. So, but that's it on Trayvon Diggs. From week 1, I told y'all I didn't trust him. He's upset about the Michael Parsons trade, and he don't want to be here. And apparently that's coming to fruition. So we'll see in probably about a week or 2 and see the status of Trayvon Diggs. All right, guys. Dak Prescott spoke to the press after the game. Here's what Dak had to say.
But we've got guys who just work their tails off every day. And I say it all the time, confidence is earned. Like, you don't just wake up and say, yeah, I know I can do this. No. You got to go do that, prove it to yourself. And then, you know what I'm saying, you feel good about talking about it and walking the walk. So this group practices the right way, and they've earned the confidence, and they go out there and we play with it. And it's fun. It really is fun. It's a collaborative effort, and it's not about me. It's not about any one person on that group. It's about the way that we all play for one another, doing our 1/11th each play, and seeing what the result is afterwards.
And also with the offense, do you think when we get to about December, we could be talking about one of the most unstoppable offenses in the NFL?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, that's definitely our standard. That's something that we talk about as a group. It's not necessarily putting pressure on us, but it's just the way that we work and the players that we have. And, with good fortune and good health, I don't see why this group can't or won't be one of the best.
All right, that was Dak Prescott. As you can see, Dak Prescott, a lot of confidence. He's playing well, so it's expected for him to speak with confidence about the offense and, about his receivers and the weapons that he has. So, man, shout out to Dak. I mean, Dak is playing really well. I have nothing bad about to say. Just to see him operating and changing, the protections and stuff like that, and the balls he's throwing. That one he throws a CD was absolutely nasty. Splitting defenders, making them hit each other, and, for that CD touchdown. So, Dak is playing, at an MVP level. Happy to see that. Jerry Jones also spoke to the press, after the game. Here's what Jerry had to say.
What do you say to fans who are nervous that he has the same agent as Michael Parsons? They're worried that he's...
Oh, I wouldn't. Don't pay any attention, to that. At all. No attention to that at all. And too much was made of that. Okay? that the agent actually had something to do with the ultimate decision of where we were. It almost had zero to do with it. Period. And that's not a negative. It just didn't have that kind of influence with it. I was going to be where I was with Micah relative to dollars and cents. I don't care who represented him.
All right, that was Jerry Jones speaking to the press. He's referring to we definitely want to get Pickens signed. Are we going to be able to sign him? And I think what the deal is Pickens have the same agent that Michael Parsons had. And of course, with the Michael Parsons trade, they had that fiasco with, Jerry didn't want to talk to Michael Parsons agent, and Jerry didn't know his name and who the agent was and all of that, this, that, and the other. So, people are speculating that, that's really why the deal fell through. But as Jerry just said on there, he had a price that he was going to pay Michael Parsons. It had nothing to do with the agent. That's the price that he had with or without the agent, and that's what he was going to pay. That didn't pan out, so Michael Parsons was traded to the Packers. So, but that was Jerry Jones. All right, let's take a look at the box score. All right, looking at the box score, of course, Jaden Daniels, he got injured in the third quarter, and he got knocked out of the game. But while he was in the game, I mean, he didn't kick up a whole lot of dust, in my opinion, then. But he was 12 for 22 and had 156 yards with one TD. Dak Prescott, 21 for 30 for 264 with 3 touchdowns. Jaden Daniels did have that one fumble, the one he got injured on. Dak didn't have any turnover. So Mariota came in. He was 4 for 10 with 63 yards and 1 touchdown. As far as the wide receivers go, Washington wide receivers were injured. Debo and Scary Terry and somebody else was injured for them. But the receivers they had, Lane, he had 3 for 60 yards. Moore had 2 for 59, and Zach Ertz 3 for 37. For Dallas, CeeDee Lamb on his first game back, 5 receptions for 110 with a touchdown. George Pickens 4 for 82, and Jake Ferguson 7 for 29, and he had 2 touchdowns. Turpin had 1 for 17 yards. The running game, Javonte Williams, we just spoke about him a little bit. He had 19 carries for 116 yards and 1 touchdown. And Krosky Merritt had 13 carries for 33. Jaden Daniels led the running game for Washington. He had 8 carries for 35. And Mariota had 2 carries for 34. So taking a look at the box score, we can see, why the score was what it is. Dallas dominated the game from the beginning of the game to the end. One thing to note is that here's Dallas strategy. Even though the defense looked better yesterday, I don't know that they looked better because Washington was down on their receivers, or, the word is out of, the Dallas Cowboys camp is that they made some changes. They did play more man yesterday instead of just sitting back in the zone. So that could have had something to do with it. But the thing about it is Dak actually told Shotty that regardless of if we win the toss or not, typically if we lose it, then the team defer to us. But even if we win the toss, we're going to accept the ball and go down and try to get a lead and have, the defense playing with a lead. And I think they play a little better when they're playing with a lead than playing from behind, and which we did yesterday. We won the toss and then we got the ball. So, that's a strategy that they're trying out. It seemed to work yesterday, so we'll keep an eye on that going forward. All right, so that's all I have for today, guys. Again, Dallas win 44-22. NFC East game, that was a big game. NFC East is still wide open right now. There's no clear leader. Philly is in number 1. They're still in number 1. They had a good win yesterday, and Dallas is in number 2 right now, and Washington number 3, and the New York Giants is sitting in last place. All right, so I'll see you guys next week. We'll be in Denver playing against the best defense in the league. So we'll see how offense fare against the Denver Broncos. And then, of course, Javonte Williams is from Denver. So excited to see that game and see how it works out. I wasn't able to say this last week, but I'm going to say it this week because I think that I can and we do deserve respect, but respect is earned, not given. So please respect the star. I feel comfortable with saying that this week. So that's it for today, and I will see you guys on next week.